Can dreams really come true? Can we decide our fate, our destiny? Here, everything is possible. It's time to conquer the world. From disaster to paradise. Welcome to Firescar. And hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of Let's Play Firescar. My name is Dave and I'll be your host for this episode, as always. Hello and welcome back everybody. Today we will have mix of a flashback to a pretty old Firescar episode actually. And simultaneously, we will have a look out to what the future of Minecraft will bring to this beautiful world we have over here. Today I will be talking about my experience at the Pol'and Rock, which was known as the Woodstock festival beforehand in Poland, which I went to again, and I made an episode like 3 years ago maybe. After I went there last time talking about it, and that's what we'll do today. And simultaneously we will check out new features of 1.13 that I haven't played around with. I just got home like a few days ago and I'm still pretty pretty sore and all from it. Oh yeah, I can't summon this anymore. While fighting things in the night I actually lost my hat. I'll have to go and I'll just say it says mail now? Not even chainmail. Yeah, I lost my hat. I'll have to repair this. I was fighting things in the night quite a lot because one of the things that I want to check out is the Phantom. I want to see how hard it is to fight them. Usually people seem to really panic with them, at least when they were first released, but I think with a good bow they should be pretty easy to kill actually. I'm pretty sure. But we'll check that out. I don't need this on me. Or whatever. But for now, I'm gonna fly back to Iron Rivers and repair my stuff. So, what we'll do today is not just fight the Phantom and have a look at, or well, talk about Woodstock. I also want to check out the. I want to find a coral reef. I want to play around with treasures. And that kind of stuff. I want to get some sea pickles, because they seem to be like a cool item and all. And meanwhile, I'll talk to you about Woodstock. So, let's start with how I ended up going there this time. And why I didn't go for the last, well, for 2 years before that. So, being at university, being a student and all, I have exams right when festival season is at its peak, when there is Wacken and a bunch of other festivals, just like Woodstock. They're all on a lot of festivals are on the same weekend. So the festival started on a Thursday, I think. People were going there from Wednesday on, and on Friday I still had an exam, which meant that I couldn't really go there. But while talking about it to some other person, another student, I was like, yeah, but they're usually pretty cool bands, right? And I checked out what bands actually go there. And I read a name that I didn't read in that list beforehand. And that was Judas Priest. So I immediately sent my girlfriend a text message saying, you go and see how we get to Poland on Friday, right after I write my last exam. Judas Priest is playing, and that was when it was decided that we're going there. And so it happened. I actually made a bit of a vlog, well at least I think I might make one, I don't know. I should make a new hat. I took my action cam that I bought with me, and I thought, well, this thing might be able to withstand the pit. It did not. It broke. Which kind of... I mean, I expected kind of, but... well, I got a bit of footage from it, but not too much, and then with my phone I only have a few pictures, obviously not from festival stuff, just from a few bands. But yeah, I'll see if I cut it together into a vlog or anything. Projectile protection would probably be good. Do I have projectile protection or anything? Yes, I have. Okay, I'd need a helmet, which is protection. So, do we have an unbreak? I have so little chainmail on this. I have so much on the Windagecraft server and so little here. Well, I guess I take this for now, because it's the one that's least likely to break on me while we're doing stuff today. And then I'll have to see that I grind stuff out at some point. Thing that I want to take with me is a bit of fish. Do I have raw fish? Good God, no, I want raw fish. I don't know if the dolphins in the game want raw fish or if cooked fish is good too. We'll see. I don't even know if I even need to give them fish or anything, but as I said, we'll play around with that at some point. Man, respiration would be really good though. I should probably make some potions of water breathing. Now that I think about it. There should be fish in here. Oh, my AFK fish farm. I probably have to rework... Oh, look at all the fish. Yeah, I'll probably have to rework this in order to work in the new update. Do I have, by any chance, a good book? So, Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Respiration and Aqua Affinity. That is all the things we need. Let's start with this. Unbreaking 3 and Protection 4. Respiration and Aqua Affinity. I need levels. I would need to go to the end for this. Oh, don't think I have anything in here, right? No, I don't think so. I heard that the Venice now keep the XP even if you take all the things out with them. With a hopper, it will keep the XP, and the first time you take something out of the furnace, you get all the XP that has accumulated over time in that. So we can use that. But I think I'll quickly fly over to the end dimension and combine these books. I think I still have a night until the phantom spawns. So, should be all good. Man, it's laggy down here. Holy. So, let's combine this, let's put respiration on, and let's put whoa, that's most of my phone. Level 9. Quick to get. So last time I was using this, in 1.13, I actually got attacked on the way back. On the way out, a bunch of Endermen teleported way over there. Wow, do you see the FPS? That's crazy. Teleported way to out there and came at me. So let's be prepared this time and see if I can make it out alive. But yeah, when I was like about over here, suddenly I got attacked by a bunch of them. But I think I made them mad by looking at them over there, and they somehow managed to teleport to over here. Looks like we're good this time. Alright, we now have a good helmet. I think we can head out and have a look at stuff. So, I totally remember what I was talking about before I got off track with the helmet. I think I was talking about how I decided to go to Woodstock. Now, as I said that that Woodstock is in Poland, you would think, well, why would you specifically go to that festival if there are a bunch of other festivals? Well, the Woodstock festival is pretty big. Like 750,000 people at there. Kind of big, you know? It's like the biggest open air festival in Europe, at least. Absolutely crazy. And the reason for that is that the... can you see anything at the moment? I don't know. Because I can't really see anything. The reason why it's so big is because the entrance fee is 0. You don't pay. You just go there and then you're there, and that's it. That makes it really cool. So the cost for the festival really is just getting there. For us, we paid $20 to get there and like $24 to get home. So you could say we paid $44, something like that, in total to get to and from the festival side. You kind of could see that as an entry fee, but then again, if we were go to Wacken, we'd probably have to pay more to get there since it's even further, and then you'd have a hefty fee to actually get onto the festival site. And then food over there is also way more expensive than with this festival, so Woodstock is definitely the festival of my choice. However, I also don't well, I don't need it to be very comfortable or anything. And I'm okay with all these people being there, so that was fun. But now to the reason why I went there, the bands. I already said Judas Priest was there. Should we wait for the Phantom over here, by the way? Or should we just go along and risk losing all of our stuff out in the wilderness? Let's just go and explore. So yeah, Judas Priest was there. Also, bands that I wanted to see were Arch Enemy, The Blue Spills, and In Flames. Let's start back to first, I guess. Let's start with In Flames. Back before I really got into metal, I was listening to In Flames a little bit, like older stuff mainly, and I thought In Flames, yeah, that's like this melodic death metal band that's kind of cool and will be a whole lot of damage being done in the pit, and it'll be really cool and really fun, right? Well, turns out they are a metalcore band now and not that good. I mean, I had fun in the pit, for sure, but once I was outside of the pit, just standing and listening, they were not that good. If In Flames would play a gig like in the city where I live, I probably wouldn't go. Just for them, pretty much. Yeah, don't think it would be worth it, really. But if you want to understand the confusion, go onto YouTube and listen to something from their first album, and then go and listen to something from the newest album. You'll hear the difference, alright? You'll hear the difference. We now made it to new terrain, it looks like, because there's kelp down here, and I don't know if you can actually see it. Splash. This stuff over here, this is kelp. This is part of the new update. For one, it looks kind of cool and has some fun properties. For one, it can turn flowing water into water sources, which can be really useful for water elevators. Water elevators are back in the game. Man, those... I remember Notch was against having boat elevators, and he kind of took them out of the game way back when. And now they're back in the game, and they're way cool. Way cool. You can also dry this stuff and have it as a building block and have it as fuel. I'm not sure if you can eat it. I think that's a no. Alright, I eat the cod. Another thing that is new that we can see over here is the seagrass. You can get seagrass on basically anything if you bone meal stuff on the water. Oh yeah, you can plant the kelp and it'll grow up to the surface. So that's a thing. The seagrass is also used to breed turtles, which we'll see probably, hopefully, at some point in this episode. And you farm the seagrass with shears, I think. I haven't really encountered this stuff myself yet. Items float on the surface, by the way, and I don't know if I've mentioned that, but you can probably see that. And yeah, if you just bone meal the bottom floor, you can get this stuff basically infinite, so... seagrass is definitely a renewable resource. So, I think I saw a dolphin back there. And... dolphins have the fun property that... well, for one, they play with items that are floating around. And also... they're majestic and cool, woo! And we have the dolphins graze. You can see we're swimming really fast. Woohoo! Oh, they're great. Let's give him some raw cod. Let's see what happens. He comes and plays with it. The dolphins at some point just start swimming in one direction, and you can follow them, and they will lead you to treasure. That's kind of what I want to do now. But yeah, so In Flames was kind of disappointing, although it was fun in the pit. The band that we saw basically right before In Flames were the Blues Pearls. Ooh, boy. That's a band. If they would play around here, I would so go there. I'll tell you what. They were absolutely mind-blowing. They were really cool. The Blues Pearls, in case you don't know, are a kind of 70s acid rock, psychedelic band. Stuff like that. They're really cool. A lot of fun. Oh, look! He's playing with it. Oh, it's so cool. Dolphins are great. So yeah, Blues Pearls really cool. In case you are into that kind of stuff, check them out. They're a new band, but they really nail the 70s kind of stuff with way too long guitar solos and stuff like that. Can recommend. We'll go there again if I see them. It was a lot of fun. The day before that, we saw Arch Enemy. They play our Arch Enemy, as I am now sure they are called, because Leisure White Gloves call them that. So can I feed it, this guy? Oh yeah, I can. I can just feed him. Here, eat all of it. He's kind of trying to go somewhere, I think. I'll pick this thing up. It's mine now. There you go. I have more fish. So yeah, the Arch Enemy was really cool. They were really tight in the music, absolutely on point, incredible musicianship, and the singer just mind-blowingly good. Absolutely recommend. We'll definitely go there again. Again, if you don't know Arch Enemy, they are like actually melodic death metal. He kind of wants to go into this direction, I have the feeling. Oh no! Oh no! No, 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 no. Don't hurt yourself, buddy. This place might be messed up a little bit. Because this is like part new terrain, part old terrain. I don't know where you want to go, buddy. But yeah, they were really cool. I definitely would go there again. And then the big band that we saw right before. Judas Priest. Man, oh man, was that a concert. I'm pretty sure the soreness of my neck is still from Judas Priest. Absolutely incredible. Glenn Tipton came up on stage for the last few songs. Glenn Tipton is one of the old members who had to take a step back earlier this year because he has Parkinson's disease, I think it is. Obviously, for a guitar player, a big fucking deal. But yeah, he came onto the stage and he played a few songs. Oh, there you are. Where are we going, man? I thought you'll bring me to some treasure. Yeah, so it was really cool to see him. Richie Faulkner, the other guitar player that is currently on, absolute master of his craft. Dude absolutely nailed his stuff. Rob Halford was so on point. You wouldn't believe it. The old man really still got it. Or got it again, rather. He lost a bit of his voice earlier. Like a few years ago. Where he really couldn't nail a bunch of the stuff that they were making. And the old songs. But this time he was on point with so much. The announcing of the songs and everything in between was just so good. If I get the chance to see Judas Priest again, I'll go. They're absolutely metal gods. They're masters of their craft. I'm throwing stuff over. The band is so good. Are we going anywhere, dude? I don't know. I think I'll fly out and try to find another dolphin to follow. I didn't find a warm biome with the coral blocks, but I found this really cool stone pillar kind of structure, and I found some turtles. Forgot the name. Wow. Yeah, I found turtles. So let's breed them, I guess. Here you go. You get some of this, and you get some of this. They will slowly waddle towards one another. Whoop. There we go. This turtle will now prepare the sand and then lay its eggs. I guess we'll stick around for a little bit. So, yeah, back to the topic. I had a look on Wikipedia on when Judas Priest was actually formed. I always said that Judas Priest was around already in the 70s, and they sure were. Judas Priest was formed in 1969. Next year, they will be a band for 50 years. And their new stuff is so freaking heavy, fast, and cool. It's absolutely incredible. If you get the chance to see them live, it should be an absolutely no-brainer. Go and see them. So much fun. So much fun. So, you're done preparing the area. The thing with the turtles is, when you breed them, they will return to the place where wow, sorry. Excuse me, my voice is not quite here. I lost it a little bit on the festival. But yeah, the turtles will come back to the beach area where they spawned, or where they have been born. It looks cool, we gotta check that out. And lay their eggs over there. They will always do that. You can pick up the eggs with a silk touch pick, which is what I plan on doing, and then we'll have some tiny baby turtles over at our place. And if we ever breed the turtles over there, then oh, there we go. Turtle eggs. Hope you don't mind. That's the wrong pick. We only have one now. I'll need more. Sorry. You can also trample these eggs if you jump onto them, or if mobs trample onto them. Actually, the mob AI will pathfind to these and jump on top of the eggs so they break. Just like I just did with my final fortune pick. Not that much fortune, right? Let's check that out. So, those were the 4 main bands that I wanted to see. Another band that I really enjoyed was Soulfly. I am very much a fan of the old Sepultura stuff, so seeing Soulfly with one of the founding members, I think, one of the old members of Sepultura was really cool, and they played a few songs from the first, I think it's the first Sepultura album. Chaos AD. Is it called that? Was it just a song on it? I don't know. Yeah, that was really cool. A lot of fun in the pit. A lot of movement. A lot of pain. This is neat. Lots of floating islands again. The terrain generation. I love this map. So yeah, those were the main bands that I really enjoyed. There were other bands that were kind of cool, but Those are like the main eggs that I really enjoyed. So I wanted to mention them. I think... Ooh, look at that. Looks like we have an iceberg. Oh, cool. Frostbitten cold. Look at that. Oh man, it's actually bigger than I thought it would be. Damn. All this is packed ice, and I think you can even have some blue ice in here. Oh, this is cool. Another one of these things that they have added. And if only it wouldn't lag this much. Jesus. Apparently in 1.13 they will have some performance fixes. Some performance yeah, some performance fixes. Look, we have polar bears down there. And also they did some other stuff in 1.13. And 13.1 even. Optifine isn't out yet. They are still working on that. As soon as that comes out, I'm all for it. This should be the third night that I'm not sleeping, so we might get to fight the Phantom out on this iceberg. Let's do one of these to make sure I find my stuff if in case I die here. And let's see if we get the fight. And that is the sun rising again. No phantoms in the air, so I guess we have to wait for a fourth night, or I just got really unlucky. As far as I know, it's a percentage chance if they spawn, or how many they spawn. One of those two is just a set chance that increases. So maybe we just got lucky or unlucky. Depends on how you look at it. But this iceberg biome is pretty cool. Really like it. It's really cool. I don't know if I like what I would build in a biome like this, but whatever it is, it would probably be really, really fitting. Really cool place. I also haven't seen any shipwrecks or anything yet, so I'll have to have my eyes open for those. Speaking of, what's this? Found one. Look, a shipwreck. Oh, and it looks so cool. I really hope you can see this good on YouTube. This is actually pretty good. I've never built a ship in Minecraft, and I gotta say, this looks pretty decent. If you compare it to the villager houses that we have in Minecraft, that Mojang built, these are really good. Man, it's so dark in here. Ooh, look at the loot though. Kinda cool. Not a treasure map, but kinda cool. Let's break it. Okay. Yeah, this would be the captain's quarters. Okay, let's go down again. Check what we have below deck. There's another one. Ooh, there was some lag opening it. I heard about that. Just some weed and some rotten flesh. I'll take it though. Let's up again. And let's see. I wonder if we have a third map. I haven't been down there yet in the ship. Man, I can't see a thing. Can I go through here? Like I can. Oh, hey, there's an air pocket here. That's good. There's another chest. Empty? I think it just lags with opening it. Oh, there we go. Buried treasure map. Here we go. Yarr, we found ourselves some booty. Well, not yet. We found ourselves a treasure map, but that will lead to booty. Do not pick up paper. What do we throw out? Let's throw out... nothing. I have shulker box on me. It's really dark. I think I placed this in a way that I can't open it. I can't see. There we go. Put that stuff in here. Sure, that stuff too. Why not? Some of this, some of the new stuff. Actually, let's keep the seagrass. Don't need that. I will break this chest. Bloop bloop. Thing in there. The shulker box. And I think that should be all for this, but that's a good find. That's really cool. Alright, treasure map. Okay, it looks like we are northeast from where we have to go. So let's see. This is southwest, so in this direction somewhere. Let's get this thing in our offhand and fly along. And go there. Our little icon, the little white dot, was pretty small, so I'm guessing we're fairly far away. But it was so fast with the elytra and the fireworks that... Oh yeah, look at that. Almost on the map already, it seems like. Yep. Here it comes. Whoa! Really zooming. There's quite a bit of lag with the maps. Noticing. Alright. So, the buried treasure will be somewhere on here. Somewhere here. X marks the spot. Let's get some digging. Alright. Let's dig all around. See what we find. There should be a chest somewhere here. And I think it's usually covered in sand. Nothing so far. I don't know how deep these are. So it could be low. Oh, there it is. Found it. How cool is that? We found out of the sea. Yes. Oh man, this is awesome. Awesome. Oh, this is so cool. With the Heart of the Sea, you can make a conduit, which basically gives you permanent water breathing around it, around the structure. So you build like a small structure with this, and then within a pretty big range of it, you can breathe underwater with no problems. You can see underwater pretty good. And it will even attack hostile mobs that are close to it, so that's a really cool find. Definitely one of the things that I wanted to find. In order to craft the conduit though, which is what you craft with it, with what you need to build a structure, we also need Nautilus shells, however, which is a new item that we haven't found yet. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I probably should have brought more food. Anyway, back to heading out. We would need a warm biome, since Minecraft has a heat map. We should make sure we get away from the frozen thing, but with that, another shipwreck. If the dolphin's crazy. Ah, it's too fast. Stop it. Stop it. Probably got dolphin. Oh man, it's a lot of wheat. Okay, I'll take the coal. Don't take the potatoes, I don't care about that. I'm gonna break it, but I'm not gonna pick it up. Let's see, there's a chest back there. Ooh, good stuff. Okay. And then the treasure map was down here. Now I heard that there's a thing that the treasure maps lead to the same kind of treasure. We'll have to see. This kind of... Man, I wish I had torches. There's a funny recipe. This... It looks like this kind of generated inside of stone, or stone generated inside of this thing. Bam, we have light. There it is. Uh-huh. Another buried treasure map. Buried treasure map number 2. Let's see if I open this. It will... I think it's pretty likely that it will... link to the other thing. Yeah, it's the same one. Okay. I think I'm on... the dolphin was so fast. Alright then. I guess now the thing that's left to find is turtles. Huh. And that looks like a desert over there. That means warm water, and warm water might mean corals. And that's the last thing that I really want to find. Okay, I don't need the snow. Hi there. There you go. Get them breeding, and then... There even is a village, like there. And that might be another treasure thing. Not underwater treasure. Man, that'll be cool. Okay, let's first wait for these. Thank you. I will take these, and I'll take care of them. Thank you very much. These will totally safe with me. I will not break them like the last ones. I mean... Don't you worry. Don't you worry. So with that being a village, this is confirmed to be a desert. Let's see. We saw something weird over here, right? Oh, the water changes, like the water color. I think that means that this is warm water. Didn't we see something here? Look at that, it's another sunken ship, but this one is really broken apart. Can you see this? Bam, there it is. I don't know if there's any treasure chests here. Yeah, there's one. Mending leather pants. I guess I take these. It's kind of funny. Mending leather pants. That's brilliant. Alright, let's have a quick look at the village, and then this might be the night where we finally get to see the phantom. Would be cool. Okay. Do we have anything cool here? I don't see a lot of houses. So might be a pretty small village. Food. People out at work. That's an interesting structure you have there. Your house is supported by cactus. That's pretty fancy. It's some defense system, I guess. Zombies don't get in. Pretty clever, pretty clever. Alright. Yeah, there's a savannah. We're definitely in a warm kind of place. Before we head out, let's see if we get to fight the phantom. Whoa, there they are. Oh god, that's a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. What's that, 4 of them? Jesus Christ, they spawned so close to me. That freaked me right out. Ow. Didn't hit it. The thing is, if you hit them, they swoop back. Okay, looks like 2 hits with a good bow. But damn, they hit hard. Here he comes. Hit it. Alright. He spawned pretty late in the night, too. I was fighting a bunch of mobs while I was shooting them. To make sure that I'm not at the mob cap. So they are actually pretty easy if you notice them soon enough. That's the new item that they drop. Yeah, if you notice them fast enough, you can fight them pretty easy, I guess, with a good bow. But if you don't notice them right away, they will probably destroy you because they deal a lot of damage. They look pretty cool. They make pretty scary noises. Yo. Bugger off. Alright. Now also they burn during daytime. Let's leave this guy for a second. See if he starts burning. Yep. Burns. Yep. Missed. Come on. Can't hit him. Oh, it's dead. No, it's swooping in. Never mind. The item that I got was a phantom membrane. You use these now to repair your elytra. Before you could repair your elytra with, just... what's it called? Leather. That's not a thing anymore. Now you have to use... the phantom membranes. Oh, he shot me. That was weird. Yeah, I shot a few more. I don't think they dropped anything though. Or if they did, I'm not gonna find it. But yeah, those are the phantoms. Now we've seen those two. Last thing on my list is to get to the or get to a coral reef thing. Right. That's what they're called. So, yep. Let's fly over here. You can see that the water is pretty bright and really clear. I think that's a lukewarm ocean. Where do I see the name of the biome? Yeah, but it says biome Minecraft lukewarm ocean. So there's a chance that in these you have the coral reefs, but we didn't get lucky there. Let's have a look around, we might find it still. Oh, look at that! Oh, man. This is cool. Oh yeah, oh, on the water. Well, these are the drowns. I think we've seen these before, right? These are the zombies that now spawn on the water. Also, if a zombie goes underwater and they don't drown anymore, they just stay there and become the drowned. Oh man, the sounds of this place. This is like an underwater city or something. Man, this is cool. The drowned have a chance of dropping the Nautilus shells, which I was talking about earlier. Those are useful. I think that's a chest. Some coal. Like that and that. Neat. There probably is more in here then. Ah, cool! Okay, this one takes a while. That probably means another buried treasure map. Okay, I'm taking damage. I'm gonna get out. Breathe. These are cool. I didn't know that these exist. Very cool, Kanye. Man. This map is just so cool. And what the hell is that? That's like a stone tree on top of the water. That is crazy. Huh. Look at this. Oh man, this is cool. I have to fly around this thing real quick. Just have to. Oh, it's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool, crazy terrain generation, and it's also isolated from other mountains. So it really stands out. This would be a cool place to build. But we're really far out, so I probably won't. Another overhang over here. That's cool. Alright, anyway, let's head over. What do I spy over there? What is that? That, everybody, is finally, after over an hour, almost 2 hours actually, a coral reef. Ah, this took forever. How far out are we? I'm kind of started circling back a little bit. I'm now 2,400 in the extraction and like 12,000, well, more than 11,000 out in the Z coordinate, and it seems to be a pretty small coral reef even. We now found one finally. As of yet, as far as I know, the coral blocks itself are not renewable, but the corals are. Let's have a look at this stuff so you know what I'm talking about. So this is a coral reef. We have these coral blocks, these beautiful red ones, for example, which you can pick up with a silk touch pick, and they retain their color. You can also pick up the coral fans with the silk touch pick. Again, they will retain their color if you do that. Let's get rid of that. You see it's still a red one. If we pick this stuff up without a silk touch pick, they will be dead. They will keep the texture, but the color will be gray. Which, if you know my building style, I use a lot of gray, right? So all of the grays that have been added will be really cool for me to use. The problem is, as I said already, the coral blocks you cannot reproduce them. Like if we mine them over here, they're gone, and if I mine all of this out, I will have to find a new coral reef, which will take a while. However, that might change in a future update. One of the things that will change in a future update, if you bone meal the coral blocks, you can actually get the coral fans. They will start growing. And I think I just got rid of all my bones. I wanted to keep a few of them on me for the sea pickles over here. We can mine these, and we can pick them up. We get sea pickles. They emit light, as you can see. You can have up to 4, I think, in one spot. That's pretty cool. You can also gain more of them if you bone meal them on top of corals, and they will grow. Whoop, apparently, at least. Let's try over here. Sea pickles. Nothing there. Do that. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, pick these up. I'll take these with me. I'll definitely want to use these in iron rivers to illuminate the water. That'll be pretty cool. I'll also get some coal blocks. We'll have some dead coal around. I actually like this texture. I don't like the color, however, but the texture will be really cool down in the water, I think. So let's actually get some of the pink stuff. Ugh. That doesn't sound like me, does it? But let's actually pick it up when it's dead. I can show you that too. You might be able to already see it. Dead brain coral. And there's no way to make this stuff alive again, but now we have this beautiful gray block that kind of triggers my tryptophobia a little bit. Just kidding. Yeah, that's a pretty cool color. Pretty cool texture. Awesome! Time to mine a bunch of this stuff and take it home with me. I won't take too much because I don't know, I kind of like this place and I want to preserve it a little bit. But I'd also like to find another one. If the coal blocks become reproducible, I obviously want to have this place be still intact so I can come here and just make more of this stuff. Since these seem to be extremely rare with my world. And I can't be bothered to do another 10,000 block drip in order to maybe find more of this. But I have now done everything I wanted in this episode, so I am happy. Only took 2 hours. So, I guess having found the coral reef and all the other stuff, I think I'm basically done with all the things that I wanted to do in this episode, except for talking more about Woodstock, so we'll do that. I have also decided to use this coral reef for mining purposes. I figured this coral reef is pretty small, and there are a few more spots out there, but nothing too major. And if I rip this thing apart, it's not like I'm coming through here a lot and I'm missing out on anything. But now I'll need obsidian for a nether portal, since I'm not flying back 10,000 blocks in the overworld. Yeah. So here's a thing that I just learned from Etho. Well, something that I never realized I could do. I'm always carrying around a bunch of end chests because I keep breaking them. I can just break them for obsidian too and make a portal that way. I thought I'm gonna go around and try to find obsidian or something like that, but honestly I can just do this and be happy about it. I will definitely have to stock up on end chests now, but I think this is alright. I should have taken out my stuff, however, like the flint and steel that is in there. I will now need one. Damn it. Well, I guess I have something to search for. It shouldn't take too long, I don't think. We'll have this thing here. And we'll search for a bit of flint and a little bit of iron. Sure. Meanwhile, let's talk a bit more about Woodstock. So, I think I was done with talking about all of the bands that I wanted to talk about. So, let's talk a bit about the stuff around the festival. First off, how I actually got there, or how we actually got there. I mentioned how I was having an exam on Friday when we actually went there. So here's how that all went. I had the exam pretty early in the morning. At 8 o'clock it began. And it was 2 hours long, so up to 10 a.m. So we looked for a opportunity to start at like 10 or 11, and we found a bus that was going from our city to Berlin from 11 o'clock, well 11:15 o'clock on, so we took that. But because I didn't like study enough because I was kind of busy packing and all that, and I'm pretty lazy, to be honest. I had to get up early on Friday before the exam to actually get some more studying done and to finish packing. So I got up at 4 a.m., finished packing, took all my stuff and went to university. I think I was there like 1 or 2 hours early for the exam, and then tried to study a bit more there, get a few more things in my head. People usually say, you can't study right before an exam, you won't remember anything. That is only true if you are nervous. If you are calm and collected, your brain does not care when things go into your long-term memory. So, since I am a pretty relaxed person, I usually have no problem in learning right before the exam and actually remembering things from that time frame. Never had a problem with that, so that's good for me. My brain allows me to be as lazy as I am, thankfully. Definitely have a problem if that wouldn't be the case. Anyway, so yeah, I got there at 4, tried to study, wait, no, got up at 4, packed my stuff, went to the university, studied a bit more for the exam, wrote the exam, barely finished on time, to be honest, so it's, had an exam in high frequency, stuff, like high frequency electromagnetic radiation, that stuff's fun, but which, I mean, it's not very abstract, a lot of mathematics, a lot of complex numbers and stuff like that. So that was pretty hard and a bit of a brain fryer, if you want to call it that. We should find some iron in here, shouldn't we? And after that, I made my way down to the city where the bus would start, and then had like, I don't know, like maybe 45 minutes to just chill before the bus arrived. Bus arrived on time, and we like was no problem getting in, packing our stuff in there. Well, one of the problems that I was having was that I don't have big bags or anything, or big backpacks. I basically have been buying the same kind of backpack for the last few years. And while they are kind of in the style of like military stuff, I'm not sure if these are actually military grade in what they can do. They're definitely stronger than your everyday shitty thin cloth backpack. I just overpack mine always. But yeah, I have like 4 backpacks and they're all broken. Except for one, which is the one that I mainly use. But I needed more than just one backpack for all my stuff to get to Woodstock. Especially because I had the tent and stuff like that on me. So, I went with 3 backpacks. 2 on my back, one like in front of my stomach. Did anybody remember where I come from? Over here, right? So that was a whole lot of fun. The upper one that I had on my back, the tent was poking out on top together with like a mat that was rolled up. So that was fun. And yeah, like that, I went down to the city, put everything into the bus, then went to Berlin. Then we had... I think we took like an hour or maybe a little bit longer to go through Berlin to the next train station that we took. I took a train all the way to the city in Poland where the Woodstock festival is, and then tried to get to the festival site. Now, from the train station to the festival site, there are buses going and like normal buses and like private company and stuff like that. But it's not that far actually, so you could technically walk. And I thought, well, we'll just walk it and save the money. Well, turns out I don't remember the like the way there as good as I thought. And since there are people walking everywhere, it's kind of hard to get where you're actually going, especially after you've been in an extremely sweaty and overfilled and warm and uncomfortable train for 1.5 hours. That train is hell. That train is the worst thing about Woodstock. Well, actually the way in isn't too bad, but the way back, that train is absolutely horrifying. Just so overcrowded. Yeah, we decided to walk to the Woodstock Festival, and we kind of walked in circles for a little bit and weren't sure where to go. But we managed to get to the festival site and join up with people that I didn't know I actually know. So we knew that some people from our city were going there as well, and we asked them if we could have our tent where their stuff is. So just like when tents are all together, it's, I don't know, you feel more safe and stuff like that, and you can help each other out with stuff that you might have forgotten and stuff like that. So we met up with those, and turns out I actually knew a few people of them. That was fun. Which way do we have to go? Oh, we have new sounds in the nether. How cool is that? We want to go that direction. And that direction. I would like to fly, but I'm afraid that the world loads too slow for us to be safe with that, so let's walk. Very laggy. But yeah, let's walk. So yeah, we met up with those. Tried to build up our tent in kind of a foresty area. But that worked out pretty good, and we're basically there and could enjoy the first few bands. We arrived at, I think it was like at 6 p.m. So we took, what, 7 hours to get there? And then at, I think 10 p.m. is when Judas Priest started playing. So we still had some time. We could eat a few things. Yeah, had a look around the festival site and stuff like that. Well, that was pretty cool. What else is there to talk about? I think the way in was pretty chill, actually. Although it took pretty long, but yeah, the train there from Berlin to Poland is always extremely overcrowded. Really bad is on Sunday when you decide to go. There are 750,000 people there, and everybody wants to go. Now, not all of those people want to go to Germany. I think... Wait, are we going the right direction? Yeah. Germans are like the biggest group that come to the Woodstock Festival from outside of Poland. It's like 15,000 or something. And about all of them want to go to the train or want to go by car. So you have 15, let's say, if it's half and half, you have 7,500 people that all want to go with one train about in the same time frame. A train that can hold maybe a few hundred people. That is not fun, especially because nobody wants to wait. And the thing just gets stuffed and it's... You're in there for 1.5 hours after you have been completely annihilated in the pit. You're dirty and grimy and sweaty and you haven't slept enough and you have like a bunch of things to carry around, right? So that is always really bad. Luckily this time, other people from, well, a few people from the people that we camped with, were going to Berlin as well. And they still had free spots in their car, so we actually went by car. We were stuck in traffic for like 2 hours before we could actually get going. Like we had like 2 hours of stop and go, and a whole lot of stop and very little go actually. But we had real seats, we had air conditioning, and it was not overcrowded. And the people in the car were really cool and chill, and everything was pretty enjoyable. So that I'll take that any time over that stupid train. Believe me. So yeah, on the way back, as soon as we were back in Germany, I turned on my phone again, went onto the internet, and I booked another bus ride back to the city where we live from Berlin on. Again, that took like 3 hours once we got into the bus, and we arrived here at, I think we were home at like 10 p.m. or something like that. I was pretty dead at that point, but as much as I was dead, as much as I was happy. Not just because I'm home, but also because I saw Judas Priest, and overall it was such a cool event once again. It's very open and free, and people... There are not a lot of rules to go around, but everybody is just nice to one another because everybody wants to have a nice time. And it's all a whole lot based around the whole hippie thing of just be nice to one another. And you can definitely feel that. It's always very cool to go to festival. Unless you're really against overcrowded places, unless you don't like or you can't stand being having everything be dirty, unless you don't really can't stand breathing dust, unless you really can't stand being in a pit with 600,000 other people, then you might not enjoy Woodstock as much. But I think I've said it before, I very much enjoy that festival. Alright, I'm gonna try to make my way through the nether, through the very laggy nether, and then there's I think the last thing that I want to do is get the turtles to hatch over at Port Rest. So we have some turtles over there, and you can see the baby turtles, and then that shall be it for the episode, unless something else comes to mind. I realized that this episode was very long, but I expected that, and I think that's alright. It's kind of I don't know if you could say it's inspired by the the newest Stock M episodes that he makes on the Hermitcraft server, with very little editing and more like a podcast almost. But it's also pretty reminiscent of how I did the other Woodstock episode, I think. I will try to link the other episode down below in the description, if I don't forget, in case you wanna hear about my experience last time that I went there. In case I forget to do that, shout at me in the comments, so I do that. I mean, you could also just have a look at my video library, pretty much. I think the video is called Woodstock, post-Woodstock talk, something like that, and I go caving there. But yeah, feel free to shout at me if I forget stuff like this. Welcome to Port Rest. So, I thought over there could be a cool spot for the turtle eggs, for the turtles to hatch. So, let's see, we have them in here. Do we only have 3 eggs? I thought we had more. Yeah, looks like we have 3. I mean, that's enough. As long as they don't get trampled. I don't know if they need access to light or something in order to hatch, but I'll probably camp them anyway to make sure that they are safe. Alright. So, I think I have talked about everything that I wanted to talk about concerning Woodstock. I think. I don't know. In case I forgot anything, I will, I don't know, make a disclaimer or something next time, maybe. I don't know. I also plan on making a actual vlog, as I said before. Although I'm not sure if or how the footage that I took actually turned out with my camera breaking. But it saves onto an SD card, and I obviously have the SD card, so I'll just have a look at that, see what's on there, and if that's usable in any fashion that is not absolutely ridiculous and stupid. And in case I make that, I will put that up on my second channel, my music-focused channel, called Dave Overload, where you will be able to find that, in case I make it. For now, I'll just camp these eggs and make sure that nothing spawns and tramples these. They have the higher chance in actually progressing during nighttime, so I will camp them during nighttime. Probably have to fight a few more phantoms, but that should be kind of fun. Gives me something to do while I wait. And I'll see you when the turtles have hatched. It's really nothing too impressive. I'm just waiting here, looking at these. 4 hours? 3 hours? I don't know. Something along those lines is what it took. for these 3 little guys to hatch. Look at them. They're so cool. Oh, you now have baby turtles. They're pretty neat. Yeah, this took forever. Oh, I heard that. Goodbye, Phantom. I shall smite thou. Bam! Sucker. Oh, it just died. You're free now! Look at them. Yeah, you can go too. Well, this can be gone now. Oh man, this took so long. I was waiting here, I was watching a stream, I was watching YouTube videos, I was playing guitar, I was eating something. And now, finally, these little guys can be free. I also realized that I have more eggs in my end chest, just laying around, but that I didn't see. Oh look, another membrane. I think I have 13 now. I fought a bunch of phantoms. When you notice them right away when they spawn and you have a good bow, you can take them down pretty easily, but if you miss a bunch, they can wreck you pretty hard. So that's pretty cool. You have to be on your guard once they spawn. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that took... this video took like, I don't know, 5 hours longer to make than I thought it would. So that's fun. Alright, but now I think we have all the look at new stuff things out of the way for the series, and we can continue to the typical let's build a bunch of stuff episodes from here on out. I hope you enjoyed this stuff. I'm sorry if this video was a little weird and boring and cut up and stuff like that. It's way too freaking warm in Germany right now, and I'm still recovering from Woodstock. What day is today? Today is Tuesday, so it's almost a week ago that I went to Woodstock, but I'm still recovering. I came back, as I said, on Sunday. Now it's Thursday, and I'm still recovering. Still have sore muscles. I mean, might be actually injury by now, but whatever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you check back with me next time. Next episode, video, stream, whatever it will be. And until then, see ya.